Perfect. Thank you, man. And then if volume, this is our channel. Yeah, both my we have one channel.
How long are we?
Hmm?
How long are we
No, no, no. I'm
out
looking
here
at
in this world?
45. I'm looking at 45 minutes. But
You're speaking fast.
yeah, things, out of our control.
Yeah, God.
1 2 1 2. We are live. Let's wait to see who is coming. We've got people that are on standby already. I'm gonna come in and introduce myself. We're not sure. I want to surprise them, but it's not a surprise anyway. Hey, welcome to Sound Tank Talk. This is our new venture with the Tank family. My name is Africa. Introductions are important. So we are launching this new venture called Sound Tank Talk. I'm sure most of you will know that we launched a couple of months back, 2 months. We launched Sound Tank, a platform where we are focusing on upcoming talent, local artists. We've also interviewed artists from beyond our city borders. We've had an artist from Limpopo, an artist from Cape Town. So we decided to give birth to Sound Tank Talk to accommodate a wider market. Because with artists as well, remember we've got poets as well, we've got painters, we've got sketch artists. So the world of art is very vast. Welcome to Sound Tank Talk, and our very first guest on Sound Tank Talk is a person that I've known for a number of years. I'm not gonna mention, they say you can't expose the lady's age, so it's a person that I've known for many years. And man, I'm so proud with the progress that she has, shown in life. She has just launched and released a book. She's a published author. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Nadipha September. Sis Nadipha, we don't do talk. I'm trying to be formal here.
That's that thing with me
I'm,
around.
I'm trying to be formal with Sound Tank Talk, and there you come here with the po. Sissy, how are you?
I shall behave. I'm good, thank you.
You great.
I'm so blessed to be here. Thank you.
No, it's a pleasure.
First episode.
Yeah, on Sound Tank Talk.
Yeah, it's a
You're number
blessing.
one.
I'm number. Chat. Look at God.
Look at God.
Yeah, no, I'm great. I'm great. Thank you.
Sis Nandiba, we're here to talk about your book entitled Notes from Within. And you're gonna have to just pardon me when I turn away from you. I'm also switching here. So my attention is here. I listen actively. But I'm gonna have to switch a video here as well. We're here to talk about your book, Notes from Within, a diary of a misfit. What? I shot your 21st birthday party many years ago.
Hey, not so many. Like many one was fine. Many years ago.
Many for me. So I shot your 21st birthday, and you were the Nadipha then. Different Nadipha to what I know now. And here you are now with a book, published author, entitled Notes from Within. And it's a poetry book.
It is.
And it's driven, or it's inspired by the word of God.
It is.
Talk to us. What happened there?
You're not just the word of God, but it's inspired by my journey to self and my journey. I mean, Diary of a Misfit is the subtitle. And it's basically inspired by the journey that I had to take. Actually, the book was first called Road to Recovery.
Okay.
Because it's been a recovering type of journey, a finding myself journey, a finding my purpose, my calling, and walking in it unapologetically, and authentically. Because the world will I mean, that's why Misfit is the second poem in the book, because we are told to fit.
Yeah.
And yet in the Bible it says we are uniquely made. I am
Yes.
fearfully and wonderfully made, but I'm also uniquely made.
Yeah.
You know, he
Yes.
didn't make us the same.
Yes, of course.
And
Of
yet
course.
I'm supposed to walk around like, hey, I am, you know, the same as the next person. No, my fingerprint and yours, they don't go together.
And they will never be the same.
They will never be the same.
In the journey of finding yourself, did you get to a point where you realized that you were lost?
Yeah.
Wanna talk us through that?
That's why journaling and reading and writing in general has always been my go-to. It's been my therapy, right? And for me, being lost, I mean, especially, it's so out there. So like everyone has done it, but varsity, you know, the freedom, the going, I can go to a party.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
I can study or not study for this. Well, for me, the rule was you can do whatever you want, but in the 3 years, you better come back with a diploma.
Yeah.
But that journey of friends, who do I fit in with? Is this my type of friendship? And, you know, our peers, the peer pressure is real in every stage of life. But the peers that we have and the people we surround ourselves with and the company we keep, it can show who you are at that moment.
Yes.
So if you really want to know if you like yourself, look around you.
Yeah.
And the kind of people that you keep. If you don't like them, then well, it's time to change your company and change some things in you.
Time to change your company.
Yeah.
I was listening to there's a line that I love. I'm not sure if the line is from Drake or it's from Nasty C, but I am sure Chowder will know. We've got Chowder in the background of the studio. This line says, and it's been playing in my head the whole time, Nadipha. This line says, I've been losing friends and finding peace, but that seems like a good deal for me, or that seems like a fair deal to me.
Yeah.
I've been losing friends and finding peace, but that seems like a fair deal to me. Huh?
Yazzie, it's definitely the beginning of the journey of Notes from Within. I lost a few friends. I lost acquaintances as well. And found peace.
You found peace.
I have a very niche group of people that are my safety net.
Yeah.
That I allow myself to have long conversations with, that I share deeper than this. And Notes from Within is quite intimate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I needed people to hold my hand. My best friend in the world, Utano Nagani, I love you. I know she's watching from her place.
Yeah.
So she is that person that loved me through all of my mess.
Yes.
Right? Like my first poem, God's masterpiece, is I am a mess, but I'm a beautiful mess. And if you don't have the right type of people around you, you will stay at that first line and think that you're just a mess. You will never realize what beautiful messes even look like.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You'll always be like, I'm a mess and that's it. That's my story. I'm going to stay here.
Yes.
And you know, you can be a mess, but you can be a beautiful one at the same time.
Beautiful mess. An organized chaos.
Organized chaos. Because we live in a chaotic world.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But it can be organized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely, sis. I love that that self-discovery that you're talking about. We go through it. You know, we all go through it. But most of us, unfortunately, get paralyzed in it. And we stay in those circumstances. We stay believing that you don't fit. Yeah. You stay believing that you are a mess. But you don't see the beautiful mess or the beautiful title on the mess. Yeah. And that's what kills us. I think anyone can rise from any position, no matter how 100%. Low it is. 100%. And you can be in a better place. Before we dive into your poems, we've got people that are watching the show. So I would love to just greet them and see maybe if they are sending some shout outs to you. I don't know if shout outs is the word we should be using on Sound Tank Talk, but yeah, I think let's use shout outs. We're still young. We're not going to make this show old. So let's go and see if we've got some people. If you are watching from home, if you're watching Sound Tank Talk on YouTube. Remember, we are also streaming it on our Facebook page. We're still borrowing a platform from Black and White Visual Media. So you search for Black and White Visual Media on Facebook, or if you are watching from Facebook, we are also streaming live on the Garden Road page on YouTube. Please do subscribe to the channel. All right, let's see. We've got some people that are watching you. Let's check on Facebook. I think I saw a comment. Okay, I've got a comment here. Nadipha from Yonwabisa Chonyana. Yonwabisa Chonyana is saying, Washa.
That's my sis. Hey, sis.
Is that your sister watching?
That is my sister. That's my sister-in-law. Hey, mama.
There you go. Say hi to her over there. I'm seeing no comments yet on Facebook. Perhaps they're still coming, but we're here to talk about your book anyway. So should we dive deep into the poems? I understand that you've got a selection of poems that you chose and you're gonna read for us. What's your first title? What's your first poem that you brought for us?
I'm gonna read Dear Devil first.
Dear Devil.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about that afterwards.
Then we'll talk about Dear
All right,
Devil.
lovely. You're gonna cope?
What? We shall see.
Let's see. I mean, with the microphone.
With the mic, yeah. No, I'll
Okay.
cope. I'll cope.
That's
Thank
good.
you.
That's good.
Okay, so Dear Devil is it's entitled Dear Devil, and it goes like this. I know you think you had me gained, and I don't blame you given the times I ran towards you instead of killing the you in me. I can't blame you given the times I've thought I was out of your grip only for me to put up a fight when you've pulled me back. Instead, I made it easier for you. I made sure I was the room for you to choose me, waiting by the phone in case you called or applied for a job knowing you were the one doing the shortlisting. I know I made you believe in us just as much as you made me believe there was no me without you, making me smile or feel loved just for a second, only for you to show me exactly who you were beneath the facade. Devil, I wish I could say this relationship was one way, that it was just you doing the chasing and coming after me, but truth is, you only had to do that in the beginning. You were my biggest addiction. One smile from you, and I search far and wide just so I can have that smile again. One kiss from you, and I'm ready for 1,000 more. One wish from you, and I'm granting you your whole list. Devil, I know you think that I will never be able to walk away from you. You must be confused. Have you so easily forgotten the God I serve? The one who parted the Red Sea, freeing the Israelites, raised a king that no one believed would ever amount to anything but a shepherd boy, David. Kept his promise of many sons to Abraham. Have you forgotten my creator is, who my creator is? The one who formed me in my mother's womb. The one who loved Mary Magdalene even though she had betrayed him by choosing many devils before making the best choice and allowing herself to be chosen by him. Have you forgotten how he anointed Ruth, giving her another chance at love because of her faithfulness? Devil, have you truly forgotten how faithful, loyal, full of grace, merciful the God I serve is? Do you really think he would create me just so you can have your way with me? Did you really think I would go on believing that he had abandoned me? You fool. You truly are a short-term solution to a lifelong creation. My God lives. My Redeemer never left me, and now I get to be faithful and praise my only healer, provider, comforter, strength, and joy. He lives, devil, so please see yourself permanently out. You are no longer welcomed in this heart.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Coffee break.
Take a sip, take a sip. Let's digest that. We need to digest that. Dear Devil.
Dear devil.
And you're still being polite. You still have the goodness in you to be polite and say, Dear Devil.
Yeah.
You didn't say, hey, you devil.
Yeah.
Dear Devil. You relaxed, you composed.
Well, in writing it even, I must say, because we were speaking about it earlier, but you recognize that the devil that you're talking about is also the devil in you.
Mm.
And some of us, we don't want to we don't want to face that part, right?
Yeah.
We want to keep the facade. We want to keep that thing that doesn't let others or even ourselves see who we truly are.
Yeah.
So if you can't face yourself, if you can't face your worst you can't heal from the worst you.
Yeah.
You'll always, the devil will always have a hold on you.
Yes.
You will always have this, listen, like, I only have to just give you a little nudge. You'll come all the way.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So it's like, it was that final goodbye. Well, there is
Yes.
actually a poem called Final Goodbye in the book, but this was that final goodbye to that part of me.
Yes.
That I kept on giving away. Like,
yes.
like I wasn't such a masterpiece. Like, God didn't form me because he loved me and because he knows me and because he has plans for my life. Like,
Yeah.
my life is just another thing to play around with. You know?
Yes.
So
Yes.
I had to let the devil know in me and on the outside that, deuces, it was nice knowing you,
Yeah. Yeah.
but no longer.
Nadipha, we attach a lot of our negative attributes to the devil, and of course, you've already mentioned that the devil can also be within. The devil can also be on the external components. It could be on the substance abuse for others. It could be on woman abuse for others. You know, it could be on many things. It could be on many things that we attach it to. Each and every one is unique, like the fingerprint that you stated. In this poem, Dear Devil, are you speaking mostly of the devil within, or are you also speaking to external forces that came as a devil in your life?
I think Dear Devil specifically
Including
was
people.
more the people.
Including people and those external
People.
forces.
Well,
I'm sorry.
External forces is only people. I think Dear Devil specifically is about the external forces more than the internal.
Yes.
There is more poems that talk about the internal.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't shy away from the internal.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, we when you grow up as a child, there's certain things, it's called childhood trauma.
Yeah.
Childhood trauma is a thing because in your childhood, it doesn't matter how safe your home environment is, but if you go out to the world, you don't know who you're going to meet, you know, as a grade 5 learner in primary school and all of that. So the things that we see on the outside that makes us feel like this is who we have to become to belong, those are, for me, those little breadcrumbs that the devil leaves for you to attach yourself to. You know what I mean? Like in the beginning of the Bible, in Genesis, even Eve was not, the devil didn't like force the apple to even like eat it, but she didn't really think about an apple until the devil came and be like, hey, you know, there's this apple and you should really like to, you know. So we get tested with outside forces. So Dear Devil specifically is about some of the outside forces that become too loud. The voices become too loud in our lives, and then we become what they plan for us to be.
I could sense that. There was it was almost like a dialogue, a one-way dialogue. You are talking to these forces. You are talking to these forces.
Yeah. And sometimes you gotta just call it out. Like, hey, you can't have me. You know, you can't have my future husband. You can't have my future. You can't have me right now.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta say it.
You gotta vocalize it and say no. Sometimes no.
No. Don't be a yes person all the time.
I love that. Okay, we've got some comments that are coming from Facebook. So people are watching you from Facebook. I've got a comment. There is a name there, but I could never say that name. I always say Sis Zoliswa. That's me, Sis Zoliswa. Nzawubethwa if I didn't say Sis Zoliswa. So Sis Zoliswa, your sister, saying that's my sister, y'all. Do your thing, girl.
Hey sis, guys, I have a big family, so most of the people out there is from my family. I didn't pay them.
You didn't pay them.
They just love me like that.
I love it. And then we've got Ntombi as well. Ntombi is also watching from YouTube. Ntombi saying beautiful poem, of course referring to Dear Devil.
Thank you, Ntombi.
We got Chowder. Chowder is right here. You truly are a short-term solution to a lifelong creation. Quoting your poem right there. And that's a powerful line, eh? That's a powerful line. You are truly a short-term solution to a lifelong creation. And most of our small devilanyana, it is literally that short-term solution to a lifelong situation.
100. And I mean, okay, so I used Eve, and if you read, guys, I'm gonna refer to my Bible
Yes,
because your
go
girl
for
loves
it.
it. Okay, it's
Absolutely.
my favorite read. Um, but I'm not a Bible scholar, so correct me if I'm wrong. But Eve like stepped on the serpent, the snake's head, and the snake could only what you call it, like bite her, if that's the word, of
Mm-hmm.
what snakes do. So she could kill the snake, right? He
Okay.
only temporarily hurt her, but she
Oh,
was able to take it out
yeah.
like permanently,
Mm.
right? So even it's gonna hurt,
Yeah.
right? Even
Mm.
when you let go of the external forces, like that friend cannot be my friend
Yeah.
anymore. I got love for you,
Mm.
but from a very, let's be distant
Yeah.
people. It doesn't necessarily mean you think you're better than, or you think you, whatever the case may be. It's just
Yeah.
you've walked away from that
Yeah.
because you recognize that whatever the person has in them that is pouring into you
Mm.
is not for your elevation.
Yeah. Doesn't nourish your
It
soul.
doesn't nourish your soul.
Mm.
And God did not create me to be here for 1 minute.
Yeah.
Unless God calls me out. The world can't call me out, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm digging it. We leave no comments behind on Soundtank and on Soundtank Talk. So we read everybody's comment. We've got Unko September. Unko September saying profound. Best breakup I've ever read.
listen, this man has read this book more than once. He is, I love you, so I gotta give a shout out. Yeah, he's the one that pours into me. My brother he's my oldest brother. He's also my mentor in life. So he has been able to give me that push, the nudge, the confidence that I needed to even sit here today. So love you, bro. But yeah, it is a very good breakup.
Yeah.
So for all of those that you find that there's some devils in your life that you need to let go of right now,
just let go.
just bind us from within and send them the devil.
Yeah. And you said it's gonna hurt. Sometimes it's gonna hurt to detach from that abuse of alcohol. It's gonna hurt to detach from that abuse of drugs. It's gonna hurt maybe sometimes to detach from that friend that was not nourishing your soul, because now a lot of things that you used to do together are not gonna be there. So there's gonna be those withdrawal symptoms. But what do you say? You say push on?
Push on. Push on. It's like when you go on a diet or the gym. Let's use the gym.
No, you're talking my language.
You are a gym instructor, right?
Yeah.
Like for me now, going back to the gym, first week it's painful.
Yeah.
Right? Because my muscles don't know how to move the way they used to.
They've forgotten.
Right? And it's not taking 1 week for me to lose all the weight I want to lose.
Yeah.
There's the eating right. There's the actually being consistent. There's the discipline. It takes obedience and discipline to walk in your purpose.
Yeah.
And to break up with someone, no one, if you truly loved the person you were with, and as bad as this may sound, I loved the pain the devil gave in me because it was an easier way to live.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I could make excuses. I could be a victim. I could it's that person's problem and that person's problem.
Yes.
I could have 500 people as friends.
Yes.
But we weren't truly friends because we didn't even know each other in an authentic way. We knew what we could give each other, that instant gratification.
It was transactional.
It was transactional. It was instant. And then when that person walks away, when you're alone at night, you get to face you and you don't like who you face. So as painful as it is to walk away from the instant gratification, you still slept.
Yeah.
Painful.
Yeah. Yeah.
You still knew that this relationship, it's not for me.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful poem. Beautiful poem. We've got 4, so I don't want to take too much of the time. You see, we are 26 minutes already. Why does time fly when we're having fun? No, it's good. I love the way that Ugeli is talking. Nadipha, I also want to talk about, just to inspire, but not now. I want us to talk about the book. I just want you to remind me. Producers there at the back, please remind me. I need to talk about the journey of her writing this book and the challenges that you had faced as well, but not now. Let's go on to your second poem.
Sure.
What's
The
your next poem,
second
sis one?
poem is the first poem in the second part of the book. The second part, second section is called "Forgiven by the Father."
Forgiven by the Father.
Yeah, that's the second section. So the book, it consists of 4 sections with 4 poems in each section.
I see.
And that poem is titled "Mr. Wrong Right Now."
Mr. Wrong right now.
Mr. Wrong right now.
Let's hear Mr. Wrong right now.
Smiling at me from the other side of the room, I just knew you were trouble. The type of trouble that a child gets into because a friend said, "I dare you." You were my dare. Looking at your captivating smile and gentle touch, what could I do but take the dare? I mean, it wouldn't be bad, right? You love God, are kind to others, and you kind of pursuing me. You thought I was beautiful and couldn't believe I was yours after all, right? Wrong. You put me on a pedestal and replaced God on the throne of your heart with me. For a minute, your words, your touch, your eyes said I was more than enough. I made you my healer and you praised me, and we wonder why we didn't work. Toxic from the beginning, we were meant. I remember when you finally left, giving up on me and what we claimed was true love because I couldn't stop causing you pain. Oh, how I wish you would have held on just a little bit more. I wish you would have looked harder and seen the darkness inside me. I wish you would have seen me as more than just a pretty face. I wish you'd seen me. Not my fake smile, but the emptiness of it. Oh, how I wish we would have met a decade later, when I wouldn't go around chasing you, trying to mend the brokenness in both of us. Where you wouldn't place me on the pedestal I was never meant to be on with even more false truths. Where I wouldn't replace the even bigger void you left by numbing it with alcohol. I wish we would have waited for God. I dream of what would have looked like, you know? Both of us committed to our walk in Christ and with Christ, chasing Him and putting Him where He belongs at the beginning and end of all that we are. I dream of the life we would have made together, how we would tease each other and laugh all night, how warm and welcoming our home would have been, how we would have grown old with each other, raising our kids, making sure they know that God is their foundation, how we would have supported each other, pushing one another to always push for our purpose. How I wish we had waited. You know, the way God waited and waits for us every day to finally say, "Father, I avail myself to you." Like how He waited for us to finally put Him back on the throne of our hearts where only He belongs. You know, like how He waited for us to get on our knees and just call on Him to soothe and heal our brokenness. Oh, how I wish I had waited for you, Father, the one who loves me with no limitations or scorekeeping.
Yo. Yo. So that line, the last line again?
Oh, how I wish I had waited for you, Father, the one who loves me with no limitations or scorekeeping.
And that's something that is very, very difficult to do in today's age.
100%.
We like to keep scores.
All the time. People are petty.
Hey.
Like, pettiness game be high, okay?
Hey, we like to keep scores.
We do.
Talk to us about this poem.
Yo, man, this is one of the most personal. I wasn't sure if I'm going to put on the book type of poem because it goes into a lot of different parts. First, it goes into a relationship, right, with another human being.
Yes.
So it's not just exposing my broken pieces and brokenness, like I say in the poem, but his as well.
Yeah.
It talks about leaning on substances, and for me at that point it was, drinking a lot because I needed to numb the pain, or I thought I needed to numb the pain in that way. And then it talks about how we put things on a pedestal, and we forget who our creator is and who our alpha and omega is, and we put the people and the relationship. And then it also talks about something that we tend to forget about. We don't wait on God. So we try to rush the process. Had I, which is why there's this part in the poem of, I wish we had met a decade later.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But then again, we can't live on that, because a decade later I could have still been broken because I didn't meet you. When I met you, I didn't know the brokenness that was in me.
Yeah.
It was through meeting the person, being with the person, and having that relationship that I realized, oh wait, this is toxic, and what a toxic relationship could look like between two people. So yeah, it's a lot in one.
It is a lot. It is a lot, Sissy. And It makes me think back as well to the times when I was growing up, I would say, in my 18, 19, 20, those ages. There's a lot of things, or a lot of, we think we're clever at those ages. We think we know the world. We've just matriculated. We've read a couple of books. We went, maybe we are in varsity on our first or second year. We are exposed to different opinions, beliefs, and systems, from different people. And then we think we know it all, and we try to come back to our parents that maybe never had an opportunity to go to universities and all that, and we try to I'm looking for very soft words to sugarcoat this, but we try to educate them. We try to alter their wisdom with the knowledge that a mixture, a pochicos of knowledge that we got from varsity. So there's a lot of things that I wanted when I was 19, and my parents said, no, not now. You're not ready for this. And I was like, I'm so ready for this. I want this. And now when I look back, I'm like, oh, what if? What if I would have gone with that?
Exactly.
What if I would have gone with that person? Look at this now. What I wanted with that person. And I was sure, and I was telling my parents that, no, I can do it. I can do this. But look now. I would have never survived.
100%.
Yeah. A decade later, you realize that no, you did not know better.
I didn't know it all.
You didn't know it all,
I
actually.
didn't know it all. So I'm like, what? It's hot.
Yeah.
But we're like, no, wait. Let me feel
Yeah.
the burn. Maybe I can take it better than you can, parents.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about.
They don't know, right?
You've only been doing this for like
Yeah.
47 years of your
Yeah,
life.
come on.
So, yeah, it is that.
So there's some deep knowledge there, especially God's knowledge. It's rooted.
Yes.
It's the same.
100%.
No matter where you go, if you go and be a rocket scientist, you come back to God, it's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same principles, the same respect, the same everything.
Yeah. And I think that's why also in the poem it goes like, I wish we would have been teaching our kids that foundation of God.
Yeah.
Right? If Christ is your firm foundation.
Yeah.
And there's a song by Maverick City, I believe, or Firm Foundation. It's where you want to stand because He's immovable.
Yeah.
So if I'm standing on God, listen,
nothing is gonna move you.
Listen, storms have come, but you're still standing. So.
Yeah. It's a very deep poem, and it's very profound. It's in its nature.
Yeah.
As you are saying, you're focusing on in a couple of facets there, personal. You're talking on the last line. You're talking to God directly there as well. You're talking to people. You're talking to factors outside of you. Talking to factors inside of you. It's a very well-rounded poem, and I'm wondering what you must have been going through when you first took that pen, and you introduced that pen to the paper, and the poem was born. I'm wondering what you must have been going through. What was your emotional state? What was your mental state?
As I think, okay, with this one, I got to a point where I was tired. I was exhausted emotionally and mentally.
Of who?
Of myself.
Okay.
First.
Okay.
Of the relationship. Second, still got love for him, but I was exhausted of the back and forth. I was exhausted of, is it, isn't it, will it be, won't it be? Do I write the 10-year plan and hope it works out? Do I allow myself to one day when I do meet my Mr. Right at the right time? Because this is not saying the guy is Mr. Wrong.
Yeah.
Mr. Right, but like at the wrong time, right? So when I do finally get to my Mr. Right at the right time, is it gonna be just a shell of a girl that's left behind?
Yeah.
In anything, my whole calling, my entirety, me as in my wholeness,
Yeah.
will I be whole? So I think I got to a point where I was so tired of being so empty and not whole. My tears exhausted me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You spoke about ambitions on the poem as well. ambitions of raising your children, ambitions of there's also that sense of what is the word now? How can I use it? But there's that sense of you longing for a beautiful future, a stable future.
I love that word, longing.
Mm.
I grew up and I have beautiful parents, so I grew up knowing what love between two people looks
Mm.
like, and raising a family. I've got 5 siblings, um, so I grew up knowing that and
Yeah.
yearning for that. And like most girls, I don't know about guys, I can't speak for you, but most girls we dream of, I didn't necessarily dream of the wedding day,
Yeah.
but I've always had the dream of the marriage,
Yes.
of the being having that person
Mm.
to, my ride. Don't worry, baby, won't die. My ride, in this
Mm.
life, how far we can take it and everything. So it was also that was missing, that we were not concentrating on our purpose and calling. And I think we miss it. Like you said, like we go to varsity and you want to experience everything and try
Mm.
everything, and
Mm.
it's actually the time. Yes, make your mistakes, please
Yeah.
make the mistakes, they make you who you are, but it's also the time to explore your career.
Yes.
And I miss the career exploring of me, the who am I, the purpose, the calling, that part, because
Mm.
I was so busy trying to chase one person and
Mm.
build this grown up life,
Yeah. Yeah.
Siyathanda ufuna like badala sisebancane,
Yes.
and then when you get there you're like, well, God, take me back.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
be 5 year old again. So it was also that part of it, definitely.
But the most beautiful part of it is that you can always bounce back. No matter how far deep you think you've gone, you can
Yes.
always bounce back.
Yes. And I say it
I
like
see this.
this.
That excites you.
It excites me because when I looked at the world, and again, one of my brothers who is on Ungosnati tells me this all the time. We do this thing of, okay, at a certain age, I want this to be have happened.
Yeah.
At a certain age, this should have happened, and we put our,
Yes.
these are the whatever it is you want your life
Mm.
to look like, and then when you miss the mark or you miss that age, you're like, oh, I failed.
Yeah.
And I'm that overthinking, can be a negative self-talker type of person. I
Yeah.
haven't reached it, so I've failed.
Yeah.
I'm not writing or I'm not publishing the book. I didn't do it on the time that I was
Mm.
supposed to. So, who am I?
Yeah.
And so we try to take control of a life that is not in our control.
Mm.
I love Proverbs 3. I don't love it because it's hard, but I love talking about Proverbs 3, 5 to 6, when God says, trust in me with all your heart.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
know? And I mean, that's the first lesson in trust.
Mm.
How, like, to fully trust that God's got it. I'm here. I'll get to where I'm supposed to get to.
Yeah.
It might not always look like what I think or hope or desire it looks like, but it'll definitely be what God has made it to be.
True. And to interject on that as well, this analogy that you made reference to, that you get it at a certain age and you thought something was going to happen and now it didn't happen and you sort of like lose hope. But what you also mentioned indirectly is that sometimes you that list of things that you want, sometimes you write the list, but you are not specific in writing the list. You ask God, I want to have a book by the age of 30. I'm gonna put it like, I want to have a book by the age of 30. Okay, and God gives you a book by the age of 30, but it's not a printed book, it's not a published book, it's a book that's in your idea. It just needs now to be put on paper. You see, you asked for it
100%.
and it is there.
100%.
God, I want to have 1 million by the age of 40. Okay, you're not specific if it's cash or in assets, and you work your off, you accumulate you accumulate assets, and by the time you are 40 you don't see 1 million rand in your account, but if you look at your assets, they amount to 1 million rand,
And probably way more.
or way more.
Yeah.
So God has given you've got a car, you've got a house,
Yeah.
it amounts to 1 million.
Yeah.
And when you confront God, God will be like, look at your assets. You asked for 1 million. By the time you're 40, I've given you more.
Very true. Very true. I love that.
Awesome. We've got another comment right here. There's a person that is watching from Facebook. I'm in love with this. Keep doing the great work, Africa. Mkhululivu Mazwonke. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So people are appreciating the platform as well. I think people have been longing, that word again, they've been longing for a platform like this. All right, lovely. Um, okay, no other comments are coming through yet. We have read all of those. I think let's go to your next poem, Swam.
Well, this one you wanted to read. This one you wanted to read.
Oh, yo. Okay. Let's let go. Let's
Let go.
let's open yours as well. Open your book as well. I envisioned this. Yes. So you will say, we're gonna make this a performance. You will say the verses for me, like John. Yeah, John 3 verse 1. So you're gonna have to follow with me, read with me.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And then you say all of the verses.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nicely
Got
so.
you.
Nicely so. In that voice of church, you know. Okay, I think let me show the both of us. And let me come closer here. I love this poem. So it goes like, fix my voice, my slam poetry voice. Allow yourself to move on from who and what you were. Don't hold on to the you of yesterday. Who you were with, him, her, them, is over. Press your reset button. So he hurt you, shamed you, humiliated you. He made you believe in love again, and just like a yo-yo, snatched the promises back, just as you were getting comfortable in that position. You lost yourself, allowed your past mistakes and decisions to define your everyday, stayed in a room filled with who you used to be because you have no idea of who you truly are. You have no idea of where you lost your crown. So now you sit on the bottom of their feet, comfortable to allow them to walk over you, getting to their next. Queen, king, wake up from that bottom step. Do you really think they have such power over you that God would allow them to keep what he only gave you? Do you think they are so invincible that God could not see the pain they are causing you? The pain you are causing you. Do you not know by now the crown could never be taken from you? Do you not know by now whose you are? God's child.
1 John 3.
God's
1.
masterpiece.
Ephesians 2:10.
Known before you were formed in your mother's womb.
Jeremiah 1:5.
Created by the King of Kings.
Isaiah 43:1.
Called out of Egypt, out of suffering.
Matthew 2:15.
You do not have the power. You have given them. Yes, they caused you pain, shamed you, denied you, accused you, punished you, betrayed you, abandoned you, lied about you, and yet still you live. Unlike the Son of God, chosen of you and I, for you and I, who did not only go through all the pain we went through, but more, crucified because of the Father's love for us. We have denied him so many times and he still chooses us, begging us to choose him, not him, the one who easily left, caused us pain and betrayed us, but him, the one who stays. Even though we deny him, he stays over and over again. All we have to do is follow him. So please, let it go. Forgive yourself, then forgive them, and choose the chosen one. The one that will always choose you. Choose your only healer. Seek me first.
Matthew 6:33.
Choose purpose. Choose the one who always chooses you. Huh? Huh?
Yes, King.
Huh? You see what I mean about that poem?
Yeah, it is.
Huh?
Let it go. Woo.
Yo, man, I I love it, man.
I see this.
I love Let
And
Go.
appreciate it. Yeah.
I drove up to George, and I stopped somewhere there in Wilderness, and I read it. I read it again. I wanted to actually record it on my phone and send you. Oh, wow.
One of the
Okay.
best compliments any writer could ever have. Thank you.
Awesome. So we're making a deal now. I could record this.
You can let
I'm,
go.
I'm a slam poet. I forgot to tell you that. I used to write poetry and perform poetry. Maybe you'll remember from my old days. I used to rap as well, create music, but poetry is my passion.
And I followed you, so I do.
Oh yeah, exactly. So you know why you are the first guest as well on Sounding Talk.
Yes, I see this. Yeah, no,
There's
let
bias
go,
here.
guys. You've heard it here first.
Yo,
we're doing this.
Tell us about Let Go. Tell us about Let Go.
Yo,
it's a beautiful poem. It's a, look.
Thank you.
Thank
you very much.
It's top class, eh?
Let go is in every sense of the word.
Yeah, just let go.
Let go of, and there's a lot of a mention of forgiveness. We hold on, and sometimes the painful part is I could forgive everyone.
Yeah.
I easily forgive anyone. I can't forgive myself easily. It's very hard for me to forgive me, because you know what you're capable of.
Yeah.
And you know like starting a relationship and someone pursues you, but you're like, guy, the way you're pursuing me, not it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you hold on to it anyway. I'm gonna fix you. I'm gonna do it the way. He didn't ask for to be fixed by you. He didn't choose for you to choose. He came to you asking you to choose him, but you had a choice.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So in a lot of things, we live in a world where we do have choices.
Yeah.
And we do make the wrong choice, and it's okay to make the wrong choice. But you've gotta let go of unforgiveness. It can't heal you, and it definitely won't. It will come out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Broken is it there's a verse, broken people, what is it? Broken people break people, or
hurt people.
hurt people. There you go.
Yeah.
Right? And that is so true.
Yeah.
Right? Hurt people, broken people break people.
Yeah.
And when something is broken, it's shattered, it's in pieces. To build it up again, the cracks are there, right?
Yeah.
But you've got to be able to say, you know what, with these cracks, I'm a masterpiece and I'm still going to live.
Yeah.
Because I have a life to live. You have a life to live.
It's that initial thought, Nadipha. It's that initial thought of picking up the pieces. I'm a photographer. I was shooting at the studio the other day, and I had a shoot prior in the studio, a cake smash shoot a day before, and I had another one this day, so I had to remove the balloons. So now there's this balloon that has got all these small things inside it. I don't know if you see those balloons, got gold stuff in it. Yeah. So I'm popping these balloons with my little popper, the pump, the normal ones.
Yeah.
And there I am popping that one with all these small things, and they shattered all over. I was like, no. At that moment, I had given up that the shoot is not going to happen now. How am I going to pick up these pieces?
Yeah.
It's that initial thought that I failed. I'm going to fail. This is not going to happen. There's no way I'm going to get all of these pieces in time.
100%.
Before these people come for the shoot. It was the same day, yeah. There's no way. But you know what I did? Started picking up the first piece, and bit by bit, it was done.
One by one.
One by one.
We also
Sissy.
live in a world that says you must do it fast. Right? You cannot heal fast. There's certain things you have control over. There's very little. But you can't heal fast. You cannot pace your healing according to, I can't heal as fast as Upud Africa healed from a certain thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let go is also, it's an entirety thing. Like, let go.
Yeah.
First I had to let go, literally drop everything and say, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't pretend. I can't be this. I can't be that, you know?
Yeah.
Now, when you give yourself that talk, obviously you're like, you're failed. You're a failure.
Yes.
I can't do that, but I can do this. Right?
Mm.
I can't be that. It's not who I am. But this is part of who I am.
Yeah.
So you have to, it's like a cleansing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You cleanse yourself from all those things that you expected or hoped or, you know, just, put together in
It's
you
not
that are not
easy,
supposed to be. It can't be easy. I don't know where we get the notion that life is supposed to be this easy ride.
Mm.
You know, like anyone who
Yeah.
ever created something, and as creatives around this room, we would know anyone who's ever created something, there's like misses.
Yeah.
You know, not
Yeah.
every poem I wrote is in this book. And not every poem I wrote will be in any book or right in the future. Right? It's not easy because you are putting your heart and soul into everything, but then you recognize this one, is a
Yeah.
miss.
Yeah.
I didn't get it the way that I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not easy. Nothing that was planes. The guys that created the brothers, what they called,
Wright
and
brothers.
the Wright brothers. I do apologize.
Mm.
They didn't get it right the first time.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Tires were created by a mistake. It wasn't car tires. Now it wasn't like that. Wasn't the purpose of the
Okay.
creation.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then they became tires
Yes.
that are now so expensive. You know what I mean? Lucrative business.
Yeah.
So things like we gotta let go of the notion that we have to be perfect.
Yeah.
We gotta let go of the notion that we can't make mistakes in life, and that this life has to be this perfect road, and that's the only way to live it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
easy. I honestly, there's nothing I can tell you that's been easy.
Yeah. Yeah, it is difficult. It is difficult. Okay, there's one more comment from Chrisenda from Mazoga, my wife, watching downstairs. I'm sure she's watching you, saying,
Mama.
"Keep up the good work, beautiful lady. God bless you."
Thank
you. God bless you, my wife.
God bless you. Definitely.
All right, lovely. Sis Nandip,
Yeah.
we've read 3 poems now, right?
Yeah.
We've got another one.
I gave you "It Is Finished," which is literally the last poem in the book.
Give us "It Is Finished." Let's listen to "It Is Finished," and then we gonna go on to the technical side of this talk.
Yeah.
And I want you to give advice to people out there as well that are wanting to be on the same path as you.
All right.
It is finished.
It is finished. It is finished. You took on shame so mine would be washed clean. You looked at me and saw someone who matters. You loved me so much you became sin so mine would be wiped clean. You carry my cross and lighten my load. I am emptied of all that isn't you or like you, Lord. Filled with goodness, mercy, and grace, it is finished. My enemies were rejoicing, thinking I was finished, because all they could see were my scars. Unable to recognize those scars were long healed by the stripes you bared, and you were preparing a table for me in their presence. It is finished. My mourning is now dancing, because in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. My great I am always finishes the good work He started in me. It is finished, for God says, I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. I am a royal priesthood. I am redeemed. I am His daughter.
Yeah. Jeez, that sounds like a full stop there.
It is. Point blank.
Yo, that's a full stop right there. It is finished.
It is finished.
Yeah. I'm trying to let it flow in me, this poem. I'm trying to digest it. But it gives me that full stop that it's done. No more talking. It's finished.
It is finished. And I think it kind of like puts the whole thing together. As much as my book was my journey of healing,
Yeah.
it's the most important part of it was to glorify God.
Yes.
It is a Romans 8:18 story. It is from suffering to glory. But I could only do that by allowing myself to be healed by God.
Yes.
And when you call on God and you say, I can't do it anymore, He literally breaks you down into pieces and takes away those broken pieces in you that you thought could never be healed. Right?
Yeah.
He heals you step by step. And you get to a point where it is finished. Where those who said, you are finished.
Yeah.
You know, they don't get to win, not with God anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes we gotta be cut open by God, surgery, to fix those things.
100%. Heart surgery all the way.
we gotta accept that process. Sometimes we wanna be fixed on the outside only, and we don't wanna be taken apart, like you were saying. Sometimes you gotta take the car apart, take out the engine, and then you fix it.
Yes.
We're scared of that process.
It's scary. Please be scared of the process. It is scary.
We're
And it
scared
is
of that
long.
process. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. It makes a lot of sense to me as well. I
Yeah.
used to be in retail. You'll know me, for many years, and I went through that process. When I left retail,
Yeah.
I had to be taken apart. It couldn't happen while I was still intact. It, God would have never been able to go to the finer pieces. So I had to be taken apart. I had to go and stay in a 1 bedroom house with my 2 kids. And, I had to, from a 5 room, 5 bedroom house to, I had to be broken
Yeah.
into pieces. It couldn't happen
Yeah.
with while I'm holding on to all of that. It goes to let
Let
go as well.
go.
So
I was
it couldn't.
thinking of let go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I just had to release this rope. There's a meme I've seen on Facebook. It's a rope or a hand that is holding on a rope, but the rope is eating the hand. You can see the hand is in pain. So the only thing that person needs to do, not to feel that pain or to be freed from the pain, is to just let go of
Release.
that rope.
Release. And such a beautiful thing. Release.
Let go of the company car. Let go of the medical aid. Let go of it all.
Yeah.
If you want to be healed and start over again, it can't happen with you intact. God needs to break you into pieces.
Yeah. And I mean, as soon as you said like release and let go of the company car, I thought of your safety net,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
God removes your safety net because at the end of the day, we serve a jealous God who does not want no one other than Him in the throne of your heart. And
yeah,
you honestly haven't traveled the road and you don't want anyone else
yeah,
to be at the throne. You don't want someone else to take God's part in your life.
yeah.
There's no validation. I know we seek validation from
Mm,
people, but there's no validation if God is not your center.
yes.
I'm a living proof of that. You're living proof of that. So yeah, just like you had to let go, I had to release my safety net.
Mm.
This book was releasing my safety net.
It's not easy, Nandip.
It can't
It's
be.
it's a scary thing.
Very scary. And then it goes back to what we talked about. Who is your circle? Who
Yeah.
is speaking
Yes.
life into
Yes.
you? And
Mm.
who's holding your hand?
Mm.
And
Mm.
who's there, like when you're drowning, who's got like, hey, I've got the life jacket. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
let's jump
Yeah.
off this boat. We've
Yes.
got the life
Yes.
jackets. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Who's holding your
Yes.
life jacket? Are
Yeah.
they gonna put it on and then like
Mm.
it was
Mm.
nice knowing you?
Mm.
So yeah, and Nostrum then is that journey. That's why it goes from the beginning is about you and healing, so that you
Yeah.
can get to the point where you can release. It doesn't just tell you to release from the beginning.
Yes.
That would be dangerous.
And I'm glad that you've traveled a road where you found these supporting structures, where you found these pillars, because they say you are the sum total of the 5 people that you spend most of your time with. So I'm glad, really, I'm happy for you that you have gone through this, let go of the safety net, but you had people around that were ready to throw in a life jacket for you,
100%.
So it made it easy for you. It gave you a sense of peace and calmness,
Yeah.
because you have these people. I know you've mentioned your siblings. Your sister is watching here. You've got a brother that's watching here as well.
Yeah.
And I know them. I know Sis Soliswa
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
well.
You know
Very
about that.
beautiful sis, and they support you. And
100%.
it showed with the launch as well of the book.
100%.
I was there when you were launching the book at Turbine.
Yeah.
And I could see, man, I could see you. You're loved. You supported. You've got fans around you that are cheering you, and that
Yes.
makes the journey so easy.
It does. Still hard because you have to take it yourself, but it does.
Yeah,
And I mean, my
it makes
church,
it better. Let me
it
put it
makes
like
it
that.
better.
Yeah,
Oh, that's beautiful. It
yeah.
makes it better. So I mean, I'm at the Rock Church in Eisner, and my church family as well, with the road to recovery, with your like trying to get closer to God. When you're
Yeah.
drawing closer to God, you also need a good church foundation, people that are
Mm.
speaking God into you. Because some
Yes.
people will make themselves the God, and they'll start
Mm.
telling you what
Mm.
they think
Mm.
is what God should. Like, no, wait, where in the Bible does it say that? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, you get to learn the Bible yourself. You get to walk through that because you have to be able to interpret it to yourself. The Bible is such a personal, beautiful book. It
Yeah.
is like notes from within because it's what you need to learn from it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, people so church for me was very important. The church family that I had, the people that surrounded me that spoke the things that were important to me at the time, the thing that I was chasing,
Yeah.
which was to be closer to God,
Mm.
my own family, praying for me, praying over me. Oh, there's nothing like a prayer warrior in your corner.
Mm.
Like, listen, when you have your parents praying for you,
Yes.
when you're out here in the world, it shows.
Yeah.
Because my parents had to pray quite a few hard prayers for me to get back home, you know.
Yeah.
So there's nothing like prayer warriors, man. And even if, like, for you, a person that you know that's going through something, pray for them.
Yeah.
Pray for them.
Yeah.
We judge each other. We want to see each other. I don't know where we get this idea that for me to succeed, you must fail. Why? You know. So yes, definitely your circle, and I've got some great people. Took a while, again, like everything else.
Yes.
Took a very long journey for me to understand the great people in my life, for me to know that iron sharpens iron. So when someone is speaking something that is elevating me, it's not to cut me down. And who that is, have discernment. Learn how to discern. Because some people are trying to cut you down.
Yeah.
There are some people, if I had listened to certain people in my life, I would have never had Notes from Earth, and I wouldn't be sitting here talking about a book that I written.
Yeah.
I would not be a published author.
Published author. Put it out there, eh? Put it out there. Published author. Let's quickly go before we wrap our show. Swami, it was very, very nice to have you here. It's really a privilege and an honor to have a person of your caliber. And as a first guest on Sound Tank Talk, super proud of that moment. The technical side now, before we go on to talk about the book and Notes from Within and where you can find it as well. Just a small little advice, just to people that would like to follow on your journey. I'm sure there's a person that's sitting out there that would also like to, write a book or whatever. What advice would you give those that are out there aspiring to be like the author Nadipha September?
You guys, the Google and no see that's the first part.
Look here. Maybe there's an 18-year-old or a 16-year-old or a 15-year-old there that's watching and would like that are looking up after you. You see? It can't be people of my age that look up at you. I'm a booty. No, you look up to me.
First, thank you for this. Thank you for the platform. Thank you for doing this. I mean, it's your time.
My pleasure,
and time is the most expensive thing that we can ever own. So thank you so
much.
My
pleasure as well.
And for allowing me to be a guest. To someone, I'm not good at advice, man. Purely because I feel like it's a trial and error of a personal journey type of thing.
Yeah.
But someone who is writing, what I can say and what has worked for me, don't stop.
Okay.
Right. There's moments when I was like, I can't do this. Again, Notes from Within is a personal diary.
Yeah.
Right. It is my journey. It is the most broken pieces of me. So when you write something like Let Go, it's hard to then go and write in the midst of the storm.
Yeah.
For instance, because it took so much out of me. So if you're an artist of any sort, it takes a lot. We sharing our hearts, sharing who we are. So don't stop. Don't do it. And when you need to take a break, that's not stopping. That's like breathing. That's like, okay, I'll come back to you.
Which links up to this next question that I've got for you. How long has it taken you to finish the book, from start to finish, from start to this physical copy?
2016 to 2023.
2016. Oh yeah, you said
2016. I started my first poem in 2016. I remember the moment, the time. I had just finished varsity. I was doing my first job.
Yeah.
I was an intern in a sales place. I studied marketing. And I could feel myself losing myself, So I started in 2016.
Okay. All right. Okay. So don't expect, or are you saying to someone they mustn't expect to do and have a book in 2 weeks, or if it takes longer than that, they mustn't despair. They must keep going, because look at you, started in 2016 and the book is out now in 2023.
Yo, 2 weeks my fit.
Listen, we want things fast, Tina, nowadays. We want things fast. We post something on social media and we want 200 likes in the next 48 hours. If I don't get 200 likes, I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling, it's that age, Swam.
stop inviting depression in your life, first of all.
Mm.
We invite some things. We invite these spirits. Depression is real. Anxiety is real.
Mm.
I have to pray and like listen to worship just coming to this podcast. So
Mm.
I'm not diminishing the realness and the magnitude of
Yeah.
depression, but stop inviting it in everything.
Mm.
You can't expect to write a book. If you want to write yourself a book and that you're gonna keep in
Yeah.
your cupboard, sure, write it in 2 weeks. It's yours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when my journey started, it wasn't to put it out there.
Yeah.
It was my journey to healing. What is the purpose behind? What's your why?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A lot of people
Yes.
have said this, and it's very important. What is your why when you start doing something?
Yeah.
Because if your why is to get 500 likes, then 2 weeks will probably work for you, right? It depends on how you put the outer thing together.
Yeah.
But my book, more than anything, was about the internal.
Yes. Okay.
So fast, change fast to mean. I learned this in church today to mean faithful. What was the A already? I'm forgetting. See, guys, availability, servanthood, and T is teachable.
Okay.
So that means you have to be faithful.
Yes.
That means you have to be available. That means you have to have a servant. Like you want to serve at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And also you are teachable.
Yes.
So that's take fast and make it that. It could help you in trying to do it in 2 weeks and realize. Did not plan to start 2016 and finish 2023. When I knew that it was going to become a book, I wanted to rush the process.
Oh, okay.
But I had to pace myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than the investment of time, is it a costly exercise to have a book?
I'm a self-published author. Everything from the editors, proofreaders, and please do get them. The IBS, so that no one can steal my work. You know,
there's also those things.
There's a lot that goes into this, from the cover, the printing, the everything.
Yeah.
Everything. You know. Yeah, there's people out there obviously that you hire, but you have to pay them. Stay tired.
Yes, of course.
So it is costly.
Okay.
And it's not a fast return on investment.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Financially. And if your goal is financial investment, it's probably not what you want to do. I don't think any artist, if you're a true artist, in any form, a creative, your first thought is or should be, you know, like, what's the return on investment financially?
Yes.
If that is, then I suggest, with a lot of love, please, that you go back internally, you try to like do some soul searching. You're not in the right, or maybe you're in the right field, but you just don't have the right mindset yet. I
listened to something again on social media. What was this guy saying? But it's about if you go to your job and the first thing that you are looking for is not happiness, or it does not give you happiness first, and you look something along those lines. But it goes back to, if you love what you are doing, then you never have to work a day in your life.
100%.
So if you love the book, or if you love writing the book, you don't worry about the money that it brings at all.
And also, guys, that doesn't mean now if you're working out there in a retail or whatever, you must quit your job tomorrow. That is not what you said. You got bills to pay, okay? Pay your bills.
Yeah.
But what my calling, and it is at the back of my book, I'm called, or my ministry, and everyone has ministry. Doesn't mean you have to be a pastor, please. Not all of us are called to be preaching. But my ministry is words. It's communication.
Yes.
Right? First spoken, first written, and then spoken.
Yeah.
I'm passionate about serving.
Yes.
So this, being an author, it is that in its entirety.
Yeah.
But remember, it was a journey to get to knowing that part.
Yes.
I only got to realize, wait, like communication that I studied,
it
actually makes sense in the end. Right? I thought it was a waste of paper.
A decade later.
A decade later.
You know, keep going back to your poems, eh?
A decade. So yeah.
A decade later.
Love what you do, definitely. You do want to get to a point where you love what you do. The world would be a better place.
Yeah.
But be patient with yourself and the journey.
Yeah.
Because it takes a while.
Yeah.
Not everyone finds what is yours.
Yes.
from get.
Yeah,
You know,
lovely.
like you don't wake up and be like, yeah, I'm gonna be a lawyer, and that's what
Yes.
you. Some of us, it's literally a continuous journey.
Yeah.
Today, I feel like I could be great at law.
Mm.
Tomorrow, but that joy inside, there's nothing like that. That anxiousness when you have
Yeah.
to do it, that shaking when you have to come
Yes.
sit in a sofa and speak to someone you've admired, all of that. It
Yes.
takes a lot, and then oh, okay, no, you see, now I'm doing
Yeah.
this right, your God. This is what you've
This
called
is
me to
it.
do. And
Yeah.
if you can say, if you take me out today, if you call
Yeah.
me home tomorrow,
Yeah.
I've done what you've called me to do,
Yes.
and I'll be able to say, and I'll be able to get my well done and faithful servant from
Yeah.
God. And for me, that's it. I've done it.
Man. I love that. You're going deep in there. You're going deep. Before we are gonna sell your book just now. So people get ready there. Before we go there, let's check what have people been saying here. Nadipha. So we've got Terence. Terence is also a returning viewer. He always watches Sound Tank. I see he's watching Sound Tank Talk as well.
Hi, Terence.
Up full and bright, mod move big up, man. Like Africa is more of a Rastafarian. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah, man, yeah, man. And then we've got Enva Zuma Williams saying, "Well done, Nandipha."
Thank you,
Enva watching
Appreciate
from
you.
YouTube as well. And then we've got I don't know if it's Vuta or Futa FC. Great piece of writing. Well done, Twana.
Sean, that I am.
You know that person.
I do.
Is it? All right.
And it's a great team, and he's also living his
There you
dream.
go.
Sure, Sean.
And then we've got Cynthia, but I can't see the emoji here. Mera, do you see what emoji is Cynthia sending there from Facebook? Oh, holding a heart. Okay. They're holding a heart.
What's Mamza?
Thank you very much. So Swam, we have come to almost, let me see on YouTube. We have come to almost the end of our show, of our very first episode of Sound Tank Talks. This one, and well done. We did it, eh?
You did
I think it
that.
was great, and I must also thank the guys that are behind the desk over there that we're looking at, Chowda and his partner Cynthia there. Sorry, Felicia.
Guys, to be fair, Cynthia was on the line.
Cynthia.
Umamzo just said Cynthia.
Sorry. So it's because I read the name Cynthia.
Oh, yes, Upud African Tane is coming
Sorry,
back
Cynthia.
because Felicia did this to me when I came here. He asked which Nadipha. So now,
Okay, you see?
payback.
Payback time. Payback time. Guys, thank you. Let me thank my people over there for tuning in as well. Thank you so much for tuning in and sending those comments and chatting with Nadipha. Please do remember, Nadipha, do you have the book for sale somewhere? Talk to us.
Yeah.
Where do we get the book?
It is self-published, so I am selling the book.
Nice.
You can DM me. I would rather you WhatsApp the book line on 066 540 9968. I courier if you are outside of between George and Neisner. From Neisner to Plate, I deliver. Or someone delivers, and then outside of that, we courier. So yeah. Anyway, in South Africa.
So Nadipha, I'm gonna do something quickly. Let me just quickly do something here. See, it's a live show, and that's one thing I love about live show. It's exciting. It's exciting.
Do it
So yes, everything moving parts here. A lot of moving parts. Lots of moving parts, and we can do something now and change it now. What's that number again?
066
066
540
540
9968.
9968.
Yeah.
0766 540
066.
Yeah.
There's no 7.
Oh, sorry. I put a 7 there.
066
Live show, you see, live show. 066
540
540
9968.
68.
Yes.
Yeah, joys of the live show. So, I'm gonna put that number there
Yeah.
above Nandipha's head. for book sale. It's a WhatsApp number, right?
It's a WhatsApp number, so you just WhatsApp that. Like,
Just
you
WhatsApp.
can literally just say book sale. You don't even. Well, you can tell me your name as well, because I do. I'm trying to be very personal with it, because it's such an intimate project.
Mm-hmm.
So I do send out a special message in the cover. I do.
Oh, lovely. Yes. Just like
Yeah.
on my book, I have a very special message that was written specifically for me.
Yes, that
for
was
me.
specific. So please don't ask where's my specific message. I'm trying to get to know you all, but I don't.
So, guys, if you're looking for the book, WhatsApp the number that is above my head just now, which is 066 540 9968. And how much is the book?
The book is 150 if you are in and around the area between George and Eisner, and then for courier costs outside of that is 200 rand.
Oh, okay. All right. So when a person buys it, a person that says that's in Eisner that buys the book for 150, how does it get to them? Do they come collect it from you?
No, I deliver.
You deliver.
Well, if you WhatsApp, we communicate. Like, where can I
okay,
drop it
yes.
off, or where can someone drop it off for you?
Okay. All right. Okay.
The easiest, most convenient way for you.
So that's all you pay, and the book comes to you.
Book comes
150.
to you.
Car.
150 rand. It was not a
Stanley, but this is the same amount that we paid at the book launch. Then I thought it would be more expensive now. Yeah, I thought it would be more expensive.
No.
No.
Listen.
So the people that were not even at the book launch are also gonna pay the same 150.
Yeah, and get to see me and take
Yo,
a
they're
picture.
lucky, man. Okay, but anyway, they're lucky. Tell them they are lucky.
You're very lucky. It's a passion project, guys. I think
love
it goes
it.
back to what we spoke about. It's not a if what you're doing is for finances.
Yes, I love
same
it.
like it.
That's but it's very affordable. 150
Thank
for
you.
a well-rounded book like this.
Yeah.
It should be flying off the shelf like hotcake. It's a very well-rounded book.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
everyone, thank you ever so much once again for coming through and watching the very first episode of Sound and Talk with Sis Nadipha, the author, self-published author from a Eisner, guys.
You
From
can do
here.
it.
Our home girl from Eisner.
Thank you.
If-
Thank you very
if
much.
she can
Thank
do it,
you.
You can do it too.
100%.
You can do it too. Let's make this a better place, man, by having positive vibes like this. I mean, release of a book, launching of a book. That's some positive vibe for me. That's something big. That's positive. That's uplifting. I've been
Thank you
excited ever
so
since.
much. Thank you.
Sis Nadipha, thank you so much for coming through once again, Siswam. I'm sure we will have you again next time here talking about your second book.
Of course.
You know?
It is life now, hey?
Yeah, that's life now.
I'll be able to shout it next time.
So that will be a bye from us, everyone. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
check for the last time if there's any new comment right there. Let's see. Bam, bam, bam. That's everyone. Thank you. We'll be closing the live stream now. Bye, bye.
Bye, guys.
We're gonna come back to the show. Because I've got a comment from Sis Olisa Uzanbeta. She will beat me if I don't. Mkhululi Mdanami, you know I appreciate you. I appreciate you too, Sis. You see, we came back from ending the show to you. Now it's bye bye again. I love live shows, man.